Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil mursaleen. Sayyidina wa habibina maulana Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa barik wa sallim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let's begin the dua together. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. Allahumma 'allimna ma yanfa'una wa zidna 'ilma ya muqallibal qulub. ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. Ameen. Alhamdulillah, I pray that all of you are well, inshallah ta'ala. And for those of you who are listening on YouTube, I hope it's actually working on YouTube. We are going to be basically doing all the interaction on Zoom going forward, inshallah. So let me just check YouTube 1 second. Let me just make sure check if it's playing there. So for those of you on YouTube, we have WhatsApp. We have sent you the link via WhatsApp, and we will also post the link on the WhatsApp chat as well. Okay, so rather join us on Zoom because it's going to be better, inshallah. Okay, so let me just see something else quickly. Okay, so Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And I think just in terms of our kind of Zoom etiquette, I'll keep your mics muted in general. But if I ask, like, if there are any questions, then you're welcome to basically unmute your mic and ask your question, and then remute your mic. But while I'm teaching, you can basically just pop a question in the Zoom chat. Inshallah, I think it'll work better. And the reason we're using Zoom is basically for us to basically have more kind of interactive lessons, and then also we can start bringing some of the other teachers back and have a full Sunday, a full Sunday lesson. So you have all your subjects back again, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so Bismillah. So just a recap. I won't go through sentences because we did that already. Just a recap as to where we are. And I keep showing this map here so that you basically just keep the framework in mind. That first of all, so not on the map here, but we did jend. That's the first thing. And the second thing is we did the two jumlas, the jumlatul ismiya and the jumlatul fi'liya, the verb-based sentence and the noun-based sentence. And just try to remember the parts of each sentence. So the parts of a jumlatul fi'liya, of a verb-based sentence, are going to be the verb, like nasara. It's going to be the doer, the fa'il, the subject, like a rajulu, and the doer, the fa'il, will always be in raf'un. And it will be have a done upon an object who the action was done to, and it will be in nasb, and it will be maf'ulun bihi. Okay. And then for the jumlatul ismiya, like ar-rajulu tawilun, the jumlatul ismiya is something. You have a focus, and then you say something about that focus. So something is something, or some things are something. So basically, for example, here we have ar-rajulu, the man, the news about the man, he is tall. And those two parts are called mubtada, the focus, and khabar, the news about the focus. And both of them are in raf'un. Then we have our murakkabs, our compounds or our fragments. The first one is mawsuf and sifa, the thing being described and the describing word. And the describing word will always follow the thing being described in jend, except for the one exception. And then harfu jar ism majrur we learned last week, and we'll just recap that again today. So that's where we're at basically in the lesson. So I'll skip the rest of this. This we did already. So your huruful jar or your harful jar, you hopefully memorized it. But the huruful jar, again, you can say it together. Bitawalika fi ala min ila an hatta. Let's say it again. Bitawalika fi ala min ila an حتى. Last time بتواليك في على من إلى عن حتى. Okay, so that's what we did last week, and then we just mentioned, I won't go through this now, but we mentioned that the way this construction works is that when you have a harful jar, what's a harful jar? One of those we just mentioned now, bita walika fi ila an hatta and so on. When you have a harful jar, it will make the next word ismul majroor. It will make the next word ismul majroor. It will make the next word in jar. So that is the construction. It's the harful jar ismul majroor construction. So if you think about it, when it comes to a verb-based sentence, you have two parts. You have, besides the fi'l, you have the fa'il, maf'ulun bihi. When it comes to a noun-based sentence, you have two parts. You have a mubtada and a khabar. When it comes to a mawsoof sifa, you have two parts, mawsoof and sifa. And when you come to this part, you have two parts, a harful jar and then ismul majroor. The harful jar has no hal because it's a harf, but it makes the next word into jar, and therefore the next word is called ismul majroor. Ismul majroor. Okay. So I see we have half the people in Zoom and half the people on YouTube. Again, for the YouTube people, we're probably going to stop. We might stop the YouTube live after a while. So please do join the Zoom sessions, inshallah. So if you can take out your homework for now. Your homework was 5.1 and 5.2. You can take out your homework for now, 5.1 and 5.2. Just see something. Okay, so on this 5.1, these are all phrases from the Quran. These are all phrases from the Quran. I think we marked some of them last week. Did we do some of them last week? I think we did some of them last week. Yeah. So these are all phrases from the Quran. So you can take out your homework, inshallah. So what you have to do is basically translate it. And the main thing is just actually to see and identify the harful jar and the ismul majroor. So for example, if let's go from, let's zoom in a bit more here. So if we go from, maybe I shouldn't show you the answers for now. Let's leave the answers for now. Then you can give me the answers. Okay. So if you go to number 2, let's go to number 2, and that's part of the examples. Number 2 reads fi jannatin aliyah. So number 2 reads fi jannatin aliyah. So fi we know is a harful jar. So we have fi is a harful jar, which means in. Jannah means a garden. Jannah means a garden, paradise, a garden. In a garden, and aliyah means lofty or high or raised, in a lofty garden, right? So that's the translation. So what we're looking for is we're looking for you also to think about the labels of each word. So fi will be a what? Fi will be a hajim will be a harful jar. And jannah will be an ismul majroor alif mim. So after harful jar, you always have ismul majroor, and therefore it cannot be fi jannatun. It cannot be fi jannatan. It has to be fi jannatin. It has to be fi jannatin. Why? Because you have a harful jar, and jannatin is an ismul majroor, and alif mim and ismul majroor. You with me? So that's a harful jar, ismul majroor construction. And aliya means lofty, raised, and aliya is there to describe jannatin. Aliya is there to describe jannatin, and therefore aliya is a sifa. Aliya is a sifa, and jannatin is a mawsoof. Aliya is a sifa, and jannatin is a mawsoof. Therefore, I put the mim sa there for jannah. It's also a mawsoof. And aliyatin is the sifa. And remember the rule of sifa? The sifa must follow the mawsoof. So because the sifa must follow the mawsoof, and therefore the sifa will be in jar. The sifa will be in jar. Okay. Next one. على الكافرين. على الكافرين. على again is the easy one. Yeah. على, it means upon. Al-kafirina means the disbelievers. Upon the disbelievers is a translation. Ala is a harful jar, and al-kafirina, you remember, is a jam'un mudhakkarun salimun. If I put kafirina in rafun, it becomes what? Al-kafiruna. It becomes what? Al-kafiruna. Ala al-kafirina. Ala al-kafirina. But in jar, it is going to be al-kafirina. Therefore, it's going to be harful jar and ismul majroor upon the disbelievers. Next one. Wal asr. So we learned last time that wa can mean and wa can mean by. If the wa means and, it's not a harful jar. If the wa means and, that's a different wa. It's not a harful jar. The wa that's a harful jar is the waw of the oath, of the qasam. So here Allah is saying, wal asr, Allah has taken oath. I take an oath. Wal asr, by asr, by time. By time. So the wa is a harful jar, and al asr is ismul majroor. Al asr is ismul majroor. Okay. Next one. Who wants to translate number 5 for me? And number 6 and number 7. Bismillah. So you can put in the chat number 5, number 6, and number 7. I think we have more people. We have half exactly. I wonder if it's the same half. Okay, Bismillah. So 5, 6, and 7. So Brother Munir says, Tawheeda, about the great news. About the great news. Tell me, are you guys like comfortable to speak on Zoom, or you don't speak? I'm just wondering, I'm curious. Can you give me a, what do they have? You see, you have all those ticks there. You have those ticks there. If you're comfortable to speak, then you give me a yes, like that. Can you see they have little icons there? I'm not going to make you speak. I'm saying, like, if you want to volunteer to give an answer. Because otherwise, it's very lonely me sitting here just talking. So, no, I'll ask for people to give me, to do one. So give me a yes if you're comfortable. And then if you're not comfortable, then you can tell me. You see the yes there? There's like a raise hand, yes, no, go slower, go faster. There's some other icons there. So you can just, no one's giving me yes. Brother Abbas, at least you can speak also. You can just say yes. You can start the movement. Just to make it a bit more interactive. You don't see the ticks. It should be at the bottom of your, if you open the participant list, you'll see yes. If you open the participant button, then you'll see a yes, no, or you can just type yes. That'll be okay as well. Oh, no, I know you can't unmute. So I'm just saying you can just put a yes there. So when the time comes, we can allow people to basically speak. Oh, there isn't a survey. It's just basically on the participant tab. If you on Zoom, there's a chat window and there's a participant window. If you open the participant window, it'll basically pop with your chat window, and then you will see at the bottom there's a raise hand, yes, no, and so on. I don't know if you see it. Okay. Anyway. So let me actually just open this here. It's going to be better for us to do this. Did you find it? So here you must click twice on the participant window. The Abbas gave me a yes. Who else gave me yes? Only one person. Where are we now? Mizan shared maintenance lessons. Now we're not looking for reps, we're looking for people to interact, mashallah. We want people just to interact. Not like, just like one or two examples. Let me just open something. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's do it from here. Okay, so I don't know who's ready, inshallah, who wants to do. So, عن النبأ العظيم, we did النبأ العظيم, we did already. An means about, and Naba means the news, Al-Azim means the great. So, this is translation is about the great news. So, Brother Abbas, I think you must break the ice, and I think you must do number 6. You can just read it, and then you can give me the translation, and you can tell me where is the harful jar, the ism majroor, and what else is happening in the sentence. So, Bismillah. Let's go for it, inshallah. You can unmute yourself now. Oh, but can I hear you? It's only problem. Let me just see. Yeah, I should be able to hear. It's fine. Whoever else wants to have a turn, you can just raise your hand. Just put a yes in the chat, and then we'll give you a turn to just read one and translate it. And just tell me there's a harful jar, there's a ism majroor, and so on. Bismillah. Oh, Brother Munir, Bismillah. You say as a tick. Oh, Brother Tawfiq. Oh, Sister Zarina. Any of you, inshallah, you can unmute your mic and you can just read number 6.
Assalamualaikum.
And Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamualaikum everybody. So for number 6, I have.
So Brother Munir, if you can just first read it, inshallah, and then translate. Okay, Brother Munir, Bismillah.
Ila qadarim ma'lumin. So the translation I have is for a known extent.
For a known extent. Okay, good, mashallah. And then tell me the parts that you have, like you label each part.
So ila I have as the harful jar.
Good.
Got the qadarin, that is the ismul majroor.
Good.
And I was confused about the last part there. So I'm going to mute the guy now. I'm going to mute the guy now.
Okay, mashallah. Who wants to help Brother Munir out? What's the function of the ma'loom? Brother Abbas, you can unmute yourself again now, inshallah. Oh, any of the sisters want to speak? All the brothers, Bismillah. What about the ma'loom? What's the function of the ma'loom? Okay, I think people are also looking for the unmute button. But Bismillah, the ma'loom is going to be a description of qadr. So qadr means an extent, a period of time, like a measure. And ma'loom means known. So the word ma'loom means known. So the word ma'loom is describing the measure. The word ma'loom is describing the word qadr. So the word ma'loom is going to be a sifa. It's going to be a sifa, and the qadr is also going to be a mawsuf. So the ma'loom is a sifa, and therefore it's jar because the word qadr is also jar. So translation is going to be to a known period. No, brother Bashikosh, YouTube is outdates now. We're on Zoom now. YouTube is like the delay is crazy on YouTube. So just yeah. So you must watch it. You must plug in Zoom into the TV. Okay, Bismillah. Bil yawmil akhir. Bil yawmil akhir. Bismillah. I don't know who wants to speak. Sister Zarina, do you want to have a turn? Just to read it and translate it. Oh, brother Tawfiq, whoever else said that, whoever else wants to. Or maybe you must just say
Salam
I'm ready or
alaikum, can you hear
something.
me?
Brother Tawfiq, mashallah. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam. Number 7, bil yawmil
Number
akhir.
7. Okay.
So I said bil yawmil is the first part is a harful jar,
Good.
and then the second part is ismul ma'lum, and then
And second,
al-
Ismul
ismul majrur.
Ismul Majrur, mashallah. Ismul Majrur, yes?
And then the last part al akhir is describing, so it's a sifa.
It's a sifa. Okay, mashallah, excellent. So bil yawm al akhir is going to be I don't know what this verse is, because remember B has two meanings. What are the two meanings of B? Does someone remember? What's the two meanings of B?
The first one is an oath. So
Yeah, the first one is the oath by, and B can also mean what? What is the other meaning of B? With. So basically, we have to check the context of the sentence. I'm just checking the verse now quickly. 438. Yeah, so the context of the verse is that this B means with. It doesn't mean by. So the context of the verse is this B means with and not by. So this is with. Or B can also mean in as well. So B, depending on the context, can also mean in. So this verse goes, وَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَلَا بِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. Actually, let me just put up the verse for you, the whole verse, so you can just see what I mean. So based on the context, based on the context. So I go to Quran.com /38. So based on the context of the verse, for example, this verse here says, وَالَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ رِئَاءَ النَّاسِ, and those who spend their money to show off to other people. وَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ, and they don't believe. Can you see billah here? The bi here means like with Allah, but actually in this case means in Allah. They don't believe in Allah. So the bi here means in. Wala, and not bil yawmil akhir. And again, in the last day. So they can see this bi is not a qasam, it's not an oath. Allah is just saying they don't believe in it. They don't believe in Allah, and they don't believe in the last day. So again, when it comes to the huruful jar, especially that B and that La, the translation is often flexible depending on the context. Depending on the context. So we have to check the verse basically to check the context. So you can see clearly the B doesn't mean an oath. Allah is not also taking an oath. Allah is telling you about people who don't believe in the last day. In the last day. Okay, so let's go back here. Tallahi is an easy one. Tallahi ta is a harful jar, and Allah lafzul jalala. Allah is a ismul majroor. This means by Allah. By Allah. Okay, Bismillah wants to have a turn on number. Okay, so Zurina, mashallah, no problem, inshallah. Next week the Michael will work, inshallah. Okay, min al-dhulumati ila nur. We're looking for a volunteer. من الظلمات إلى النور. We want the volunteers for all of them. We'll just take a one round of volunteers just to check it out, and then we'll carry on, inshallah. من الظلمات إلى النور. Brother Abbas, are you off YouTube now? Are you still there? I think he's still on YouTube. Who else wants to have it? Brother Tawfiq, I had it done already. Okay, I think Brother Abbas is still on YouTube. Let me just actually put on YouTube again. Okay, Bismillah. So, min al-dhulumati ila nur, min means from. Al-dhulumat. And actually, let me just open the whole verse because sometimes it's nice to see the context of the verse as well. 65:11. But you mustn't use this stuff to do your homework, okay? You must do your homework from your mind. Don't look up the translation. Okay, so this verse here is Surah Talaq, verse number 11. Allah Ta'ala says, Rasulan yatlu alaykum ayatillahi mubayyinat. A messenger that recites upon you the verses of Allah, mubayyinat, clarifying. Why does the messenger recite the verses of Allah upon you? لِيُخْرِجَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. لِيُخْرِجَ, in order to remove those that آمَنوا, those that believe, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, and those who do righteous deeds, مِنَ الظُّلُمَاتِ إِلَى النُّورِ. So to remove those who believe and do righteous deeds, min means a harful jar, which means from, al-dhulumat. And dhulumat, is it single or dual or plural? Dhulumat, single, dual or plural? It's a plural. What type of plural is it? It is a female plural, a jam'un mu'annathun salimun. So dhulumat is not actually one darkness. If you can see the translation, it says the darknesses. I don't know if it's a real word, but anyway, dhulumat means lots of darkness. Like multitudes of darkness, different types of darkness. Types of darkness. So min means harful jar and dhulumat means lots of types of darkness. So harful jar ismul majroor dhulumat ila harful jar and nur ismul majroor ila to the light. So translation, min from al-dhulumat, the darknesses, the multitudes of darkness, ila to an-nur, the light. And nur is actually going to be single. The plural of nur is anwar. The plural of nur is anwar, so nur is going to be single. So we learn from that Allah Ta'ala says that the Prophet ﷺ has come to remove people from all sorts of shades and types of darknesses. Ila nur, to the single light, to the one light, and that is the light of Islam, the way of Allah Ta'ala. Next one. Fitnatun fil ardi wa fasadun. Fitnatun fil ardi, a trial in the earth, wa fasadun. Fitnatun fil ardi. Okay, there's something to go through fairly quickly because I want to go to the next exercise, inshallah. Fitnatun, a trial, fil ardi, in the earth, wa fasadun, and a corruption. Your main label you're looking for there is the fi is a harful jar and al ardi is an ismul majroor. Next one. خلق الإنسان من علق. This is a nice one. Any volunteers for this one? Any volunteers? Okay, we can just put the answer in the chat, inshallah. Put the answer in the chat. خلق الإنسان من علق. This is Rina, mashallah. So خلق. So what I wanted you to see here was that there is a few concepts that you know that's coming together. The word khalaqa is what? Is a fi'l. So when you see a fi'l, you have jumlatul fi'liya. So when you see a fi'l, you're looking for who did the action and who was the action done to. So in that sentence, khalaqa al-insana min alaq, where is the doer? Where is the doer in that sentence? The dua is not at the end there because nothing at the end. The dua is not to the left because there's nothing in the raf'un, and therefore the dua must be inside. It's the huwa inside. So khalaqal insana, he created, and he refers to Allah. He created al insana. He created who or what? He created al insana, humankind, mankind. And here al insana, you can see is maf'ulun bihi. It's going to be in nasb. Khalaqal insana min. So khalaqal insana is going to be a jumlatul fi'liya because we have the fi'l, fa'il, and maf'ulun bihi. He created mankind, he created humankind. Min harfu jar from alaq, from a from a from a clot. From a clot, and alaq is going to be an ismul majrur. Alaq is going to be an ismul majrur. Okay, next one. رجعنا إلى المدينة. Again, رجعنا. Okay, so the question is, how do we know that it's not a corruptible? Can't the corrupt be a sifa of it? Okay, so the question is, fitnatun fil ardi wa fasadun. How do we know that fasad is not a sifa of fitna? Okay, so the one way we know is that there won't be a wa before the sifa, because wa means and something else. So based on that, basically you'll know that fitnatun fil ardi is one thing. Actually, maybe we rather pull up the verse, and also the context makes it easier. 873. Okay. Now, وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْض. And those who disbelieve, some of them are allies of others. إِلَّا تَفْعَلُوا. If you do not do it, referring to something in the previous verse. Takun. There will be fitnatun. There will be fitna and a trial on the earth. Fil ardi. Wa. And see the wa then means and means something else. So that fasad can't be linked to fitna, just means there will be something and there will be something else. Fasadun kabirun, a fasad, a corruption, kabir, a great corruption. So that wah basically negates the possibility of it being a sifa. And also in terms of meaning, fasad and fitna, fasad doesn't describe fitna, because fitna means a trial and fasad means a corruption. So they don't really, they're two different things. The fasad is not a adjective. So I hope that answers the question. I had the word oppression instead of trial. Okay, oppression is fine for now for fitna. Basically, when we do the words in the Quran, we go into a deeper word study of what each word means. So what does fitna mean? What are the root letters? Where does it come from? We'll do a word study separately, inshallah. So operation or trial is both fine. Next one. Raja'na ila al-madinati. Raja'na, raja'a. If you go down, that's a verb. Let's go down the scale. Raja'a. I won't ask you to put your mic and do your scales, but bismillah. Raja'a, raja'a, raja'u, raja'at, raja'na, raja'ta, raja'tum, raja'ti, raja'tunna, raja'tu, raja'na. So raja'na is a fi'l, it's a verb, and the na is the fa'il, is the doer. So raja'na means we returned. We returned. We returned. So we have a fi'l, we have a fa'il, ila harfu jar to al-madinati, ismu majrur, the city. Next one. بعث في الأميين رسولا. بعث. What's translate number 60? What number is that there? Number 13 for me. What's translate number 13 for me? Give me the answers of 13, 14, 15, 16. Bismillah, you can give me the answers. MashaAllah, Brother Irshad's hand is up. Brother Irshad, you don't do one? Let me just... Brother Irshad, I saw your hand up. I don't know if you disappeared now, but... you can also raise your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. But the Maulana asked to answer number 13, right?
Yes, you can just read it and translate it, inshallah.
Okay. بعث في الأميين رسولا. He
Good.
sent in the unlettered messenger.
Okay, good. So let's go through. So basically, Ba'atha, he sent fil ummiyin in the unlettered people, Rasulan, a messenger. So let's go word by word. What is Ba'atha?
It's fi'al,
Sorry,
right?
you're breaking up there.
Oh, Maf, I
It's what?
think my connection is a bit bad, Maulana. I'm just going to mute myself quickly.
Okay. You see, if you don't want to answer, you can just say your connection. You can blame the connection.
I'll try and fix it, Maulana.
No, I'm just joking with you. I'm just saying for the students, if you don't answer, you just say, "Mal, the connection is bad, you just run, you can go." It's Dodibot. Is Brother Irshad Dodibot? MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
You
Ahlan
called
wa
me
sahlan.
out. My secret
Finally.
identity has been broken now.
Okay, mashallah.
Can Malana hear me better now?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Maaf, okay.
So Ba'atha is what?
It's a fi'al, no?
Okay, good. It's a fi'al madi or mudari. Present or past?
Past.
Past tense. Okay, so Ba'atha is a fi'al madi or past tense. So when we have a fi'al, we must look for what?
Eli.
We must look for the good. We must look for Eli. We must look for the doer.
Yeah, the maf'ul bihi. Yeah. So, but that would be inside, right?
Okay, good. So the doer is not on the left, not on the end. So it must be inside. What's inside there?
He.
Good. There's a he inside. There's a huwa inside. So Ba'atha is
Huwa,
actually
huwa.
two words. Ba'atha is huwa Ba'atha. So that he sent. Good. What's fi?
Fi should be harful jar.
Good. Fi is a harful jar. And al-ummiyin.
But that would be plural.
Okay, but after harful jar comes what?
Yeah. So that would maaf. Ismun majroor.
Okay, good. So after harful jar comes an ism majrur. So ummiyin is going to be an
It's a
ism majrur.
plural. Yeah, but it's
And
in plural,
the
right?
plural as well, yes. Because
Yes.
in Rafar it will be al-ummiyun, and in Jarun it will be al-ummiyin, because it's actually a sound male plural. So ba'atha fil ummiyina, and Rasula is what?
Would it be sifa? No, it can't be
Can't be sifa.
because it's not describing, right?
Not
I'm not sure,
describing.
Malana.
Okay, good. Okay, shukran, Brother Irshad, Mr. Dodibat, finally put two.
Exposed.
Brother Tawfiq, mashallah, is helping out. So basically, Rasulan is actually a maf'ulun bihi. So if you take at fil ummiyin and just have ba'atha Rasulan, we can take out mentally fil ummiyin, and we just basically look at ba'atha Rasulan. Ba'atha Rasulan means he sent a messenger. Ba'atha Rasulan means he sent a messenger. So therefore, Rasulan is going to be maf'ulun bihi. Ba'atha is maf'ulun bihi. Again, I'm going to urge the people, there's more people on YouTube to join Zoom. Don't worry, we have a secure Zoom session. No one will no one will bomb our meeting, inshallah. But basically, we're going to probably remove the live class from YouTube in the next few weeks. Just because it's the classroom environment should be more kind of controlled. Anyway, but I'm saying if you are on YouTube, please start moving over to Zoom, inshallah. Okay, good. Brother Shah, shukran for joining us. Next one. قطعتم من نينة. So basically, you can just raise your hand if you want to. If you want to go, if you never chance, just raise your hand. You guys saw the raise hand things there? The raise hand icon. If you're on the phone also, you can just find where it is. You can raise your hand if you want to go for a turn, inshallah. Next one. قطعتم من لينة. قطعتم qata'a means to cut. So qata'tum means you cut. That tum there is a fa'il. You cut. Min from linatin. Linatin means a palm tree. Qata'tum, you cut. Min from linatin, a palm tree. Next one. Walillahi ma fis samawat. And here we're going to have a nice two harfu jar ism majroors. Wa and lillahi. Li is a harfu jar. And the word Allah laful jalala. The word Allah lillahi. Allah there is a ismul majroor. So that is a lillahi is a harfu jar ismul majroor. Wa and to Allah ma is that which. In other words, to Allah belongs that which. Ma means that which. Fis samawat. Fi harfu jar as samawat in the heavens or in the skies. Sama is everything above you. So sama can be like the sky here, and sama can be what's above the sky, second heaven, third heaven, and so on, the different heavens. Samawat and lillahi to Allah is ma, whatever is fis samawat in the heavens. Next one. Can you give me the answers for number 16, 17, 18, 19, 20? You can type in the chat, or if someone wants to raise their hand, they can go. But if you can just give me the answers 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I'm actually going to go through quickly also because we just want to do something else as well. Kafaru fil bilad. Kafaru, they disbelieved fil bilad in the cities. Kafaru fil bilad, they disbelieved in the cities. Kafaru is a verbal sentence. The waw is the fa'il. Fi harfu jar balad ismul majroor. Next one. Katama shahadatan min Allah. Katama means to conceal. Katama is a verb like fa'ala. Katama is a verb like fa'ala. So we look for the doer. Not in, not left, inside. He concealed. Shahadatan, a testimony. He concealed a testimony. Min Allah, from Allah. Min harfu jar, the word Allah, ismul majroor. Next one. خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار. خلق, as again, means created. Where's the doer? Not at the end, not on the left. It's going to be inside. So خلق means he created. He created al-insan, he created mankind. Min harfu jar, and salsal is going to be ismul majroor. So min harfu jar and ismul majroor. I think that salsal, if I remember correctly, means something like mud. Min harfu jar, salsal, ism majroor. He created mankind from mud. Kal fakhar. Like, fakhar means like a hardened clay. Ka, like, al-fakhar, like hardened clay, or like pottery is basically like, you know, when you cook a pot and you can like knock it and makes like a sound. That's going to be fakhar, clay that has been put in the kiln, that has been hardened. Khalaqal, he created mankind. So we have lots of labels here. So stay with me on the labels because it's a nice challenging one. Khalaqa is a fi'l madi. Inside khalaqa there is the doer, he, Allah. So khalaqa means he created. Al-insan is maf'ulun bihi, is the doer. So we have a fi'l, we have a fa'il maf'ulun bihi, he created mankind. Min harfu jar, salsalin ismul majroor. Ka, bitawallika, ka, like. Harfu jar, al-fakhari ismul majroor. Next one. وَخَلَقَ الْجَانَّ مِنْ مَارِجٍ مِنْ نَارٍ. Wa and khalaqa, same thing, created. The doers inside, he created. Al-jan, jinn, min, from. Marij, marij can either mean like a mixture or can mean like a smokeless flame. So min is a harfu jar and al-marij is a ismul majroor. Min harfu jar, narin, fire, ismul majroor. Translation, and he created al-jan, the jinn, min, from marij, a smokeless flame or a mixture, min, from nar, from fire. Last one, khatama Allahu ala qulubihim. Khatama means to place a seal. Who placed the seal? Allah placed the seal. Allah Rasul Jalala is a fa'il. Ala, upon, qulubihim, their hearts. And you can see qulubi, it's ismul majroor. Okay, good. Did you manage to do number 5.2? Because 5.2 is quite a bit challenging. It's quite challenging. It can be challenging. So what I'm going to do quickly, inshallah, is I'm going to introduce 5.2. I'm going to introduce 5.2, and then I'm going to give you a homework, inshallah. Um, okay. So in 5.2, one of the days when I ask you to send a photo of your homework also, we'll get there, inshallah. So in 5.2, you're hearing two voices in the meeting. Is someone else hearing two voices? I can't hear myself, so I don't know what the sound is like. Okay, so Sister Taiba, you probably just have two screens open or two devices, or you have YouTube and Zoom on or something else on as well. Okay, Bismillah. So this one here is like a very technical exercise, so don't like stress too much if you find it very difficult. But we basically look at each word and we analyze each word. So this one here, if you struggle, I don't know if you managed to do it, but this one here is a bit difficult. We are number 5.2. 5.2. So if example, you say Fatima tu talibatun min al-madinati, that's the sentence. So if you translate it will be Fatima talibatun. Fatimatu talibatun. That here is a something is something. Because Fatima is definite raf'un and Taliba is indefinite raf'un. Therefore, it's Fatima is a student min from the city. So in Nahu, when you look at the sentence like that, I'm going to identify two things. We're going to identify what is the hal of the word and what is the sabab, the hal and the sabab. So let's go through each one of those separately just to clarify that. The word Fatimatu is what hal? Okay, so I want you to like type fast also, so we can just go with the interaction, inshallah. The word Fatimatu is what hal? The word Fatimatu is going to be, oops, let me just undo that. The word Fatimatu is going to be, so we're looking on this, okay. Oh, what happened there? Let me leave this throw table off first. So the word Fatimatu is raf'un. So hal means, you know what hal means? Raf, nasb, jar. So the word Fatima is raf'un. The word talibatun is raf'un. The word min, there's no hal. It's a harful jar, there's no hal. So there's no hal for min. Opposite brackets here, there's no hal for min. And al-madinati is jar. Al-madinati is jar. So then we look at each one and we say, why is it in that hal? Because we can see the hal Fatima is raf'un. Now I must answer the question, why? Sabab means reason. Why is it in that hal? So Fatima, why is it raf'un? Because it is mubtada. Fatima is raf'un because it is mubtada. Mubtada. Fatima is raf'un because it's mubtada. It's the focus of the sentence. It's a sentence which starts with a definite ism in raf'un, so it's mubtada. Then talibatun is why is it the sabab here? Why is it in raf'un? Because it is the khabar. It is the khabar. So we have mubtada and we have khabar. And then min, there's no hal, so min is the harfu jar. Why is al-madinati in jarrun? Why? Because it is ismu, it should be ismu majrur, because it's ismul majrur. harful jar and ismul majrur. Okay, so that's basically how we're going to answer this question here. Is we're going to identify what is the hal and what is the sabab. So let me actually go back to your blank exercise. Okay, let's go this one again together. Ar-rajulu Muslimun salihun. So ar-rajulu, the man, Muslimun is a Muslim. So raf'un, salihun, raf'un. The man is a Muslim. And it should say salih is describing Muslim. So therefore we're going to say the man is a pious Muslim. So ar-rajulu is going to be the mubtada, the focus of the sentence. Muslim is going to be the khabar. And salihun is going to be the sifa. The reason it is raf'un is because it is a sifa. It is describing Muslim. So that's how we're going to go about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to not show you the answers. I'm going to quickly do, sorry, not there. We're going to go to, here we're going to go to, let's go to a nice long one here. And then we'll end with this one, inshallah. Here's a nice one, long one. You can work on now, quickly. This number one here, next 5.3 is a new exercise. It says here, ذهب الولد الكبير من المدينة الصغير إلى المسجد الكبير. So I want you to first of all translate that for me. You can just put the answer in the chat.
Wait. Let me just play for a second. Hello?
Okay, you can put the answer in the chat. ذهب الولد الكبير من المدينة الصغيرة إلى المسجد الكبير. So ذهب we can translate as went. ذهب we can translate as went. So take a moment first. Left is also fine, but I think that went is going to be a better one. And then after you translated it, you're going to identify the sabab. You can see the hal of each one, raf, nas, jar, and all those things. Then you're going to identify the reason why, the sabab. Why is each word in that hal? Okay, so we have two answers so far. We have the big boy, okay, went from the small house to the big masjid. Okay, mashallah. Sister Jawaya, Sister Hida, Sister Rushana. Now we're going to identify the reasons why. So dhahaba is a fi'l maldi. So you're going to answer why. Al-waladu is raf'un. We can say al-waladu. Why? What's the reason why? Good. So al-walad is raf'un because it is the doer. Remember, dhahaba is a verb. We look in, we look left, and therefore al-walad is going to be the doer. It's going to be the fa'il. Can I annotate the screen? Let me just see if I can annotate this quickly. Okay, let me draw here. So walad is going to be the fa'il. Fa'il. Okay. Fa'il. What about al-kabir? Al-kabir. You can all answer also. Bismillah. Right, type in the chat. Al-kabir is going to be a sifa. So, sorry man, I it's better this mouse. So, sifa. So, because al-walad is fa'il, it's raf'un, al-kabir must be a follower. Therefore, al-kabir is raf'un. Why? Because it's a sifa for al-walad, who's also the mawsuf. What is min? Min doesn't have a hal, but min is going to be a what? What is min? Min is a harfu jar. So I'm going to put a ha there, and I'm going to put a jim there. Okay, harfu jar. Sorry, man. I must get myself over. Anyway, Bismillah. Al bayt is what? Al bayt is jar. Why? Al bayt is going to be a what? After harful jar. If you can remember this on this lesson, after harful jar always comes ismul majroor. After harful jar always comes ismul majroor. Good. And then as-saghiri is what? As-saghiri again is a sifa for al-bayti, the house. And again you can see al-bayt is jar. Why? Because ism majroor, and as-saghir must be a follower. If that is jar, this must be jar. Therefore, it's a follower. It must match in jen. What's ila? Ila is what? That should be easy. Ila is a harful jar. And what is al-masjidi? Al-masjid is going to be the ismul majroor. Good. And al-kabir is going to be what? What's the function of al-kabir? It's there to describe al-masjid, and it matches in jen. Therefore, it's going to be the sifa. Okay, good. That's a nice long sentence that combines jumlatul fi'liya and sifa and mawsuf and ismu majroor and ismu majroor, harf jar and ismul majroor. Okay. Let me just stop the annotation quickly. Okay. Oh, it makes it disappear. Okay. Now, your homework, inshallah, is to keep. See, now the sentences are gonna get longer. ذهب الرجال إلى المدرسة الصغيرة في المدينة الكبيرة. It's gonna get longer. So your homework, inshallah, is to do 5.2, which was homework already. So that should be done already. So your new homework is going to be 5.3 and 5.4. 5.3 and 5.4. I want to emphasize that this homework is really important because next week we'll do new work, and this homework will help you consolidate the old work. Okay. So it's really important homework 5.3 and 5.4. So basically, in terms of the sentence analysis, you basically kind of break it into parts to help you go through it. There's the sifa, there's the mawsuf, and so on, depending on the sentence structure. But the main thing is for you just to work through it, 5.3 and 5.4. And if it's difficult, it's good because it's helping you to refresh and to memorize your work and so on. Okay. So I think we'll end there with nahu, and then we'll continue with sarf, inshallah. We'll put up the answer sheets for the 5.1 and 5.2. We'll send it to you, inshallah.